Welcome to this demonstration of xRM4Accounting powered by Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011. The way we present this great new system is by way of a series of scenarios. We might think of this in terms of a day in the life of one of our accountants. I like to call it CRM in just 10 minutes per day, or even better, CRM that updates itself, the power of productivity. Imagine today that we have another day full of meetings, starting with an internal team meeting followed by a meeting with the board of a major client. To prepare for the internal meeting, we need a snapshot of progress with our business development pipeline, developing new clients across different practice areas. Immediately, we fire up xRM4Accounting to see our charts and dashboards view. This is accessed within Workplace currently, but as we create your own specific charts and dashboards, we will move them to the firm's own custom menu. From the dashboard, we can view the records to generate the chart, we can also enlarge the chart to get a better view. We can also filter by company or client, and much more. To create our own dashboards is also very easy. From within the view, we can also see all the activities that our team has been involved with over the last few days. Tasks, emails, phone calls, letters, faxes and appointments. To record an activity of our own, we just click the New Activity button up here on the left-hand side of the screen, and in this example we'll select Appointment. The red asterisks indicate required fields that must be completed before you can save the record. I will enter a test appointment, and associate it with a company record. When we install the CRM software for Outlook, the activity records we enter will be automatically synced between CRM and Outlook and vice versa. When creating activity records, it is important to understand the difference between open and closed or completed records. Open activities are ones that are still pending. Closed activities are those that have completed, like a meeting we have already attended. To mark a record as complete, we click the Mark Complete button. Ahead of our major client meeting, we want to check the status of our CRM company record. Companies are the organisations that we do business with, clients, referrers, experts, etc. To view or edit a company, in the navigation pane, click xRM4Accounting, and then click Client Organisations. What we can see here are client records typically linked to Outlook and our practice management system. We can click on any of the column headings to sort. We can also select from different views, both system and personal. To search for an existing record, type a few characters of the company name and press Enter, or just click Start Search. We can also navigate using the letters at the bottom of the screen. If we select the letter T, for example, that displays the records that begin with that particular letter. We can also use the asterisk as a wildcard for partial searches. When we open a company record, we will see the record is divided into tabs that we can navigate from the top left-hand side. There are also related folders we can access for details of branches, meetings, subsidiaries, contacts, and opportunities that we are currently working on. The top of the company information form captures some self-explanatory information, some of which must be entered to be able to save the record. In the middle of the screen is an exciting XRM integration called Inside View. This aggregates various news sources, social media and networks for real-time updates on company changes including people, buzz and more. We can also navigate within the left side window to access information about new offerings, acquisitions, partnerships and more. To access company context-sensitive branch, meeting, subsidiary contacts and opportunities, we just click the applicable folders. From there, we can edit or add new records. Clicking Meetings Held, of course, shows the recent meetings that we've held with this particular client. Navigating to Audit History provides a record of changes to our data, who made them and when. Before our client board meeting, we also want to review the contacts we are meeting with. Contacts are the people that work in the organisation that we do business with. To view or edit a contact, all we have to do is click on the applicable link. You will see the record is like the company record, divided into tabs that we can navigate from the top left-hand side. There are also related folders we can access for more addresses, activities and connections. Very useful for performing potential conflict checks. The top of the contact information form captures some self-explanatory information, some of which must be entered for you to be able to save the record. In the middle of the screen, the contact part of the Inside View CRM integration, pulled from LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Clicking the Search LinkedIn link takes me to details where I can connect if appropriate. To access context-sensitive address, activity and relationship information, just click the applicable folder in the navigation pane. So this part has been about viewing or editing existing contact records. To add a new one, we recommend that you navigate to the company record first. Check the available list of contacts and create the new contact within the context of the related company. As mentioned previously, adding new records in this way will default some values from the associated parent record. You will see, for example, in this record that the phone number and parent client record are already populated. One last item we want to check before our important board meeting is our deal pipeline with the client. Opportunities represent a potential new assignment to a company client. To view or edit an opportunity, just click on the Opportunities folder. What you can see here are opportunities associated with the client. You can now open the record you want to edit by clicking. You will see the opportunity record is like the company and contact records, divided into tabs. Selection criteria and processes, deal information and the like. The top of the opportunity information form captures again some self-explanatory information, some of which must be entered for you to be able to save the record. We just click on the drop-down Pick Lists or Lookups to select. In the middle of the screen is forecast information used in deal pipeline reporting. To access opportunity context-sensitive activity and relationship information, click the applicable folder in the navigation pane. So this part has been about viewing or editing existing records. To add a new one, we recommend that you navigate to the company information form first, check the available list of opportunities, and create the new opportunity within the context of the related company. As mentioned previously, adding new records in this way will default some values from the associated parent record. For example, you will see the company client already populated. When you want to analyze data or view a report in xRM, there are several ways to view the relevant data. You can run a default report by selecting from the Run Report button. You can also create your own reports using the report wizard. Finally, you can export anything you see in a data grid to Excel just by clicking the Export to Excel button and selecting Export. So this has been about accessing xRM through the web client. Stay tuned for future videos as we review xRM on Outlook, on the iPhone and iPad.